all been said before, but this year no more joking. It's time to throw away the lighter, throw away the ashtray, throw away the half-filled packs, and it is time to find a way to make it through the day, a safe way to relax.
Safe way to relax right here at Hope for Holyoke. Our weekly episodic called Put It Out. Put It Out is our weekly smoking cessation show right here at Hope for Holyoke. You find that we have several podcasts during the week. We give you about 15 or 20 minutes of some facts on a topic concerning what we're talking about, which is smoking cessation, smoking support group, quitting smoking, anything to do with smoking, baby. So welcome to Hope for Holyoke Recovery Center. Our phone number here is 413-561-1020. My name's Kevin. I'll be your host today for this short period of time. So we hope that everyone's doing well. And right on the screen, you're going to find, you can follow us on Facebook. You can also sign up for the YouTube channel at Hope for Holyoke Recovery Center. Right on YouTube. Give us a like, a thumbs up. Really helps us. Thanks to all our community partners that help us out during the year. Just a few are Big Y Foods, who helps with the food donations. Steve Sports does our swag. Rick Sales and Service. Judge Hadley. Kate's Kitchen. Dress Up, Suit Up Springfield. Ron and Dress to Success with Debbie. And we want to thank all our staff, our peer leaders, our volunteers, everyone who supports us during the year, BSAS, more. We thank them for their continued support. New hours, new groups. New hours and new groups right here at Hope for Holyoke. So Monday through Friday, we're open from 9 to 9, and Saturday and Sunday, we're open from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. And you can come visit us and learn more about what membership has to offer by filling out an application, setting a time up for orientation, and coming in and becoming a full member of Hope for Holyoke right here. It's a great place to do things, and so new hours, new groups, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturday and Sundays, 9 to 2. We're located at 100 Suffolk Street in Holyoke, Mass. And our phone number is 413-561-1020. And once again, there's a few different websites I'll be putting down in the bottom third, lower level. And one is the MassGov website on tobacco cessation and prevention program. It has a lot of great information. We'll let that run for a few minutes, and while we get ready to talk about our subject today, which is health. Smoking has directly harmed individuals and how it affects your health. So MassGov, if you want to search that later on, and quittoassist.com. There's 5 great components on this website and many ways to join up with other people getting smoking out of their lives. And so there's a 5-step program with free on-call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week coaches and other online services. So it's a great thing. So what are the effects that we're going to talk about for long-term and short-term effects of smoking today? And let's just look at the dangers of smoking are already almost every person in urban society knows what they are, and it is known to cause damage to every single organ in the body, and they are both short-term and long-term effects of smoking. Smoking is directly responsible for large numbers of diseases in the body, and smoking is known to shorten the lifespan of a male by about 12 years and of a female around 11. That's the decade, man. You're giving up. You're giving up a whole decade of life. You know, it's known to shorten up. So, yeah, you're probably yelling in the screen. It depends on the person. Well, you may be right because I knew people who smoked most of their lives and died of old age. Um, but just imagine if they're right about all of this stuff, and we're giving away decades from cigarette smoking. So cigarettes are made from tobacco. Excuse me. I felt that coming on, and I tried not to do it. Excuse me. Tobacco, and tobacco is the only plant known to contain the drug nicotine. So nicotine is so poisonous that it can kill a person in less than a half an hour if a small amount of it is injected directly into the bloodstream. So, however, tobacco smoke contains very tiny amounts of nicotine that do not cause immediate death, but are still dangerous for the body. So, along with nicotine, um, there's 4,000 other chemicals that mix together to form a sticky tar, and this tar gives that cigarette smoke its color and smell. Yeah, I used to love smelling the tobacco in my dad's pipe and at times, and um, just it just smelled so good. So I started to burn sage instead of burning tobacco, and I found sage worked wonderful also, um, and it's less likely to cause any of the um, diseases that we're talking about. So, as the structure of the hair-like structures in the lining of your respiratory tract and are responsible for continuously sweeping out the germs. So, when they get smaller, because I suffer from lung damage, there's no room to breathe. And usually CPOD and other Cryptococcus meningitis are part of that respiratory system. And continually sweeping out the germs is a healthy system. If the cilia remains covered with tar, they will not be able to perform. Your lungs will not fill. They will not let go of the air. And that's when certain chemical aspects become part of your lungs and create cancer and other diseases like carbon monoxide can build in your body, ammonia, nitrates, hydrogen cyanide. Nothing sounds pretty good here, especially in a buffet. Vinyl chloride, alcohols, formaldehyde. So, sulfur, hydrocarbon, urethane. Whew. Nothing sounds too well for me. So, what are the immediate effects of smoking? Well, many smokers are aware of the long-term effects of smoking. It's rare that people realize that the harmful effects of smoking will begin within minutes, not months, of using tobacco. The first puff of smoke is the most dangerous, and there are immediate effects of smoking tobacco even in a low or moderate doses. So, here are some of the effects. Initial stimulation of the brain, pleasure centers, followed by reduction in activity of the brain and nervous system. Feeling of mild euphoria and relaxation, whoa. And then increased blood pressure and heart rate, which take a toll on your heart and lead to heart failure. Decrease blood flow to the fingers and toes. I did not know that one. Decrease in the skin temperature, decreased appetite, and sometimes the feeling of nausea, vomiting. Include abdominal cramps because nicotine is known to trigger certain aspects, which is the contraction of muscles in your digestive system. Excuse me. So your first drag is the tough one, and then throat cancer, irritation, coughing, etc. So if a person takes a large dose of nicotine, and more than his body can cope with, he may end up in an overdose of nicotine, and will have the following: feelings of faintness, confusion, rapid blood pressure falling, seizures, respiratory arrest that could lead to death. When I was smoking, it was Pall Mall Reds, and you could see the black smoke coming out of your mouth at the end of my smoking. And thank God that my lungs got better upon quitting. So the effects of having a weak and immune system, premature skin aging, erectile dysfunction for you gentlemen out there, decreased lung capacity, bad breath, loss of taste. All this stuff sounds so great. Loss of athletic ability or individual, increased heart rate, tobacco addiction. And right after my coffee, I can start feeling that way. So smoking is a no-no during pregnancies for women. Their bloodstream can't handle it. It could cause preterm birth, restriction on fetal growth, low birth weight. It's crazy, isn't it? The stuff that can happen by just smoking a cigarette. It's really crazy for me to even think about having that happen. But I've seen it happen before, and I've watched people struggle with their lungs. And I used to have a friend that had a hole in his throat because he had cancer of the throat, and he died very quickly. And so there are a lot of side effects. Asthma we didn't talk about, bronchitis, emphysema, high blood pressure we didn't mention, stomach ulcers. So while there are long-term effects with smoking, getting off your cigarettes can help in many different ways. So today we talked a little bit about what happens to you, and it wasn't all fun facts, was it? But there are a lot of places that you can turn for solutions to your problem. And as we said before, just mass.gov, right there, mass.gov at the bottom of the screen, and you can see that it's prevention, and it is 5-step programs at Quit Assist. You can sign up for the program. You can also get free help, phone calls, and everyone will help you. And that's what their job is, to save lives. So please, we have a live meeting next week on Mondays. For our schedule is changed, so you can come and join in live here at the center for many different groups. And we'll be back here with the smoking support group and many helpful hints on how to quit smoking. Next week we'll talk about 10 ways to resist tobacco cravings. We'll give you a little beginning show. So when you look at ways to quit, they can be anything from taking that first step from harm reduction, and many more. So join us next week. Um, Once again, I apologize. It's kind of a little hard to breathe. Our air conditioning is down, and we're trying our best to get the message out. You can come on in. Please be safe out there today. Check it for cooling stations in your area, swimming pools, etc. to keep from beating the heat. And we thank you again for being here. You have a great